And welcome back to the finals of the PDC Dart Simulator Premier League Preview. We already watched our two semifinals, and here we are in the finals between Michael Van Gerwen and Gary Anderson. So, let's introduce the players, and we'll see who's going to be Premier League champion. So first on the stage, Gary Anderson, escorted by the beautiful Daniela Alfrey. And second, we have Mighty Mike, escorted by Charlotte Wood. We'll be first to 11, and we will crown a champion. So, good luck to all the players, and let's hope we have a great match. George Noble will be calling the game for us tonight. Players are now warming up. I think this will be a very good game. Both competitors got through fairly easily in their semifinal matchups. Neither one was too particularly challenged, but I think it's unlikely that this will be a runaway. I think this is going to be a great game. So, here we go. Everyone, it is time for darts. Michael won the bull backstage, so he'll go first. And he's off. It's off to a good start with a ton 40. Gary Anderson's going to have a lot of work to do if that's what he's going to be up against all day. Well, that's one way to go against it. Throw a ton 80 of your own to open up the day. Always nice to start with 3 perfect darts, but what can Van Gerwen do about that? Finds a treble, gets a ton. We have 3 perfect darts with Gary Anderson. I really should stop saying that. But he does get another ton 40, and he's in a good position here, actually. Van Gerwen needs at least a ton to get to a finish. He gets a ton 40, so he's in a pretty good spot here. Gary Anderson may get 6 darts from 181. Oh my goodness, look at that. He's on pace for a 10 dart, but can Van Gerwen go out in 12? He needs 11 or treble. He needs the bull. Oh, and he hits it to go out in 12 darts. Gary Anderson was on pace for a 10 darter and does not even get a shot. Welcome to the Premier League, boys. 136 from Gary Anderson. He is really on fire today. He's only missed 2 shots out of 12. That's impressive. Here he goes again. This time wraps up 96. He'll want 99 coming back. Van Gerwen would love a ton 80. And he'll have a ton 80. So Gary will hope to leave a finish. Needs 1 treble. No, he needs another treble now, or a bull, and he finds 25 to leave 167. Michael's going to have a much better finish, though. 139 to leave a 2-darter. Can Gary take out the 167? No, he cannot. Can he leave himself a double at least? No. Van Gerwen looking for the bull. He finds it, double 16, and he takes that 82 and 2 darts to break the throw and go up 2-0. And he comes back with a 1. Very impressive. 40. Okay, that was probably not the start he wanted. But what can Gary Anderson do about it? Oh, 96. He definitely is going to have to keep putting the pressure on because he's now down a break, and Van Gerwen has the throw, so he's in trouble already. 96. Gary's going to need big scores, and he's going to need them pretty soon. You can't let Michael Van Gerwen just run away with the game, or you'll just never see him again. He'll just take off, run off 5 or 6 legs in a row, and then you're just out of it. And Gary Anderson knows that. But when Michael puts up scores like 47, he gives you some chances. Except that was Gary. Michael Van Gerwen puts up 140. You cannot afford to put up scores like 47. Michael, he won't go for the bull. He'll go straight at it. Triple 17, double 18. Yes, he can. 93, check out in 2 darts. 3-0. And it's not looking good for Gary Anderson. Only a ton there. And a ton for Michael Van Gerwen. It's already 3-0. Gary's got to get back in this game. He's got to get back in it quickly. Only 60. That's not going to get it done. 140 from Michael. He's in position to maybe get a double break here and go up 4-0 with the darts to go 5-0. That would just almost be game over. You don't think that Gary Anderson's going to win 11-6 over the next 17 legs. You never know. But he really needs to put the pressure on this 161 to at least let Michael force him to go for it. Well, he will now, leaving a Shanghai. There's the 60-51. Not going to get it. It'll go back upstairs. Can't get that either. 97 leaves 64. Shanghai for Gary Anderson. Needs 20 for tops. And that may have just saved the game, taking out the Shanghai. So it's 3-1. He's still down a break, but he's at least still interested. He's going to have to find a break eventually. And that's a good way to find a break. Start off with a ton 80 against the throw. Michael with only 80 on his first throw, so he's definitely behind at this point. And not catching up too fast. Only 60. Gary Anderson has stolen the darts, plus 40 points, plus whatever he can find here, which is a nice 97, so he'll get to a finish first more than likely. What will Michael have to say about that? 87, so he's quite a bit behind. It's looking like Gary Anderson is in a very excellent position to break here. He certainly wanted more than 60. 164 was not the greatest leave. And Van Gerwen finds a finish of 134, but Gary needs to take it out, and he will not take it out. Takes 128 to leave double 18, but can Michael find a couple of trebles? No, he cannot. He cannot find any trebles. Double 18 for Gary Anderson. Misses high. And he hits the second one to break throw, and now he's throwing to level it at 3 apiece on this 1st to 11 match. Oh, and he throws 42. That's just not how you want to start after you finally get your break. How badly will he be punished? Well, not as bad as it could have been. Only 100. Gary can at least recover from that. And he's off to a good start for that. Throws in a maximum. That makes up for his very poor 42 start. Can Michael answer with a maximum? No, only a ton 40, so Gary still has the darts in his hands. 87, he can't get to a finish. Michael can with a ton. And he's probably going to find it. Ooh, ton 40, even better. He's on a good finish. Gary Anderson's going to need to put pressure on this one. 120. That last dart was a little painful. What can Michael do? 11 or treble. Bullseye he needs. And bullseye he has to take out the 1-2-1 to break right back and take a 4-2 lead. And starts off the 7th leg with a nice 1-3-9. Gary Anderson is in all sorts of trouble now, only 32. If Van Gerwen puts up anything here, it's almost a sure thing he's going to be down 5-2. 96. Gary hasn't even gotten out of the gates yet. Well, he's picking up steam now with a 140, but Van Gerwen will now be on a finish almost for sure after 9, after that treble. 99 to leave 167. Gary needs a maximum just to leave a finish. Not even close to that, only 96. Van Gerwen does not have to go for this, should he be in position, which he isn't. But 97 to leave a nice easy 70. Look at those averages. It's kind of deceptive, though, because Van Gerwen has just been smashing him up and down the Aki. 54 for double 8, double 4, and he hits it on his 3rd dart. Nice shot there to go up 5-2, and he will now be against the throw. Gary hits a ton. Oh, a slack dart from Van Gerwen, only 81. Don't see that too often. First dart straying into the 1. But only 57 from Gary. Those first 2 darts were just in a bad position. He had to switch. And only 100 from Van Gerwen. Just can't quite put the hammer down and get that double break. There's a 140. It's looking like Gary is going to stay in this game, at least a little while longer. He almost certainly will get down to a finish here. But how good of a finish? Well, not much of one. Only 60. That's probably not enough. Van Gerwen can do much better. Can, but didn't really. Only leaves the big fish. Gary could take this out with double 12. Oh, he missed inside. Can Michael take out the big fish? No, he cannot. And he leaves 70. Gary needs double 6. Still needs double 6. Still needs double 6. Oh, and he leaves double 3. What a terrible result. Michael needs 20 for double 16. And there's another break of throw. Van Gerwen up 6-2 and throwing for 7-2. Oh, Gary Anderson missing 4 darts at double. You cannot do that against a player of this caliber on the big stage. That's just not going to work. And then you certainly can't come back with 45 after your partner or your opponent throws a ton 40. Gary Anderson is just not making his life very easy, and Van Gerwen is most certainly making his life very difficult when he comes out with numbers like that. Well, Van Gerwen's already almost 90 ahead, plus whatever he finds here, but only 53. So Gary's at least still interested in this leg, it appears. And 100. Well, Van Gerwen can get to big fish with only keeping it straight. Well, he's going to do much better than that. Takes out a ton to leave 130. That's a pretty good number. I would say that he expects to at least get a shot at the bull here. Gary leaves the big fish. Can Michael take out 130? 20 or treble? Oh, he's laying up. He doesn't believe that Gary can take this out, and he would be correct. He leaves double 18, though. Michael 3 clear shots at double 16, and 1 will be sufficient to go up 7-2. Very surprised that Michael Van Gerwen did not leave himself a shot at the bull there, but he didn't think that Gary could take out 170, and he was correct. Okay, Gary starts out with a ton 40. Michael answers with nothing, so Gary's in control of this leg. And then he comes back with 60 right after I say that. Kind of an unfortunate turn of events there. And here comes Michael Van Gerwen with a ton 40 to level up this leg. Van Gerwen's up 7-2, so Gary has a ton of work to do. And he finds a ton, but he needs a whole lot more than that. He's really falling behind here. Ooh, 3 treble 19s for a 171 for Van Gerwen to leave the 132, one of my favorite numbers. And he will go for this. Come on, Michael, take out the super crazy 132. There's one of it. Oh, he couldn't get the second one. Too bad. But he does leave tops if Gary can't take out 64. There's the treble 8, and there's the tops to make it 7-3. Michael now throwing to go up 8-3, and he will only need 4 more to win the match. 95 to start. Pretty solid. Gary Anderson with 98. Certainly needs to make some progress here because Michael is just not making very many mistakes at all tonight. Another 98. Very steady. You really haven't seen Michael come back with any bad rounds. He hasn't missed a string of doubles or thrown like a 41 or something stupid like that. He's just been consistently good the whole day. And it's really tough on you as a player when your opponent's just not making any mistakes. Like there's only 57 from Gary when he had a chance to get back in this leg, and here comes Michael Van Gerwen punishing away with a ton 40. He'll have a 2-dart finish coming back, and Gary's not on a finish yet. I guess we'll go 54s there. Didn't get it. They're both on 68. Michael to go first. There's the treble, double 4, and there's another leg for Michael Van Gerwen. He's up 8-3. Gary had his chances but didn't take them. 139 for Gary Anderson. He needs to start putting up those big numbers against the throw, but at this point he's fallen so far behind. Unless Michael helps him out, I don't think he's going to have enough time to come back. Well, there's a semi-maximum, a 174. Very nice. What can Michael answer with? 137 to keep the pressure on. Gary really needs to get down to a good finish because you figure Michael's going to go out in 6 darts if Gary doesn't. He leaves 88, and Michael leaves 90. So Gary will look at treble 20, won't find 18 or treble. Double 7, and he hits it! Very nice shot there to pin the double 7 to at least keep himself alive because Michael was waiting on 90, and you've got to believe that was going to go. 115 out of the gate. Michael has just been crushing the triple 19s on these switches. And there goes Gary with a triple 19 of his own. This has been a great display of cover shots from Michael Van Gerwen tonight for sure. And there he comes with a ton 40. He's just giving Gary Anderson no room to work with when Michael was on the throw. And it's just so hard to see Gary breaking him when Michael just hits 2 treble visits almost every time. He's down to 106 after 9, and Gary is not even going to be on a finish. Only 98. Michael doesn't even have to go for anything fancy here. Oh, but look at this. He couldn't hit double 14. But Gary Anderson, well, that'll put the pressure on, but what can Michael throw? Can he hit double 14? Yes, he can. Of course he can. He hasn't missed hardly anything all night. He's up 9-4, and this is just a great show from Michael Van Gerwen. He is punishing every mistake and giving Gary Anderson, one of the best players in the world, nothing to work with. Another ton 40 from Michael Van Gerwen. He almost looks unstoppable. He's averaging 109. Gary Anderson's averaging over 106, and he's just not getting anywhere. That's just incredible. So Michael Van Gerwen with another ton 40. It's just, you can't play against someone putting up those kind of numbers. Only 57. He's not on a finish. Van Gerwen will get to a finish first if he stays straight. Oh, but he didn't. Only 43. Did with the bull there to try to leave a finish and missed. 85 for Gary. He'll be on a finish first. Van Gerwen looks to imply the pressure, going for 78 there. He needs 51 for the bull. Oh, he hit it! A ton plus checkout for Gary Anderson. Make it 9-5. If he lost that, all hope would have been lost, but he's at least going to make Michael work for it. Another 97. Another great cover shot from Van Gerwen. That has just been stellar. And look at this. Gary Anderson with a ton 80 out of the gate. Could this be where Gary Anderson maybe turns the tide? Another cover shot from Michael Van Gerwen. 96. Can Gary Anderson continue it? There's 4 perfect darts. 5 perfect darts. I really should stop saying that. But he still gets a 140. He still is in command of this leg, barring a huge score here, which is not at all what Michael puts up. Only 58. Gary's going to easily be down to a finish. Maybe on a double here. No, just on 46, so he can go 6 for tops on his next go-round. And, ooh, he missed inside into the 1, so that's going to hurt. Gary's going to get 2 darts at double tops. Make that 1 at double 10. Oh, and he missed inside. Van Gerwen another shot at the 132. There's 1. Oh, and he hits the outside bull again, but he leaves tops. Gary needs double 5. Oh, no, he missed inside. Double 2. Oh, he cannot find it. Tops for Michael, and he hits it to go up 10-5. What a golden opportunity missed from Gary Anderson. He really had a chance to maybe turn this around, but he could not find a double with 4 darts. Oh, what a disaster. And then he comes back with a 137, and oh, he could have been in this game. But only 43 here. Van Gerwen comes up. Oh, look at him go another ton 40. He's not getting 180s, but he's just killing him with 140s and 134s. Here comes Gary Anderson with another 180. But it may be too little too late, unfortunately, for the Flying Scotsman. Van Gerwen, he can get to a finish with a ton 40. He's not going to get there, so Gary has no real pressure on him to take this. Michael's way back, didn't even find a treble. So Gary just calmly leaves double 8. All Michael can do is apply the pressure, which he does with a 140. Gary needs double 8. Gary needs double 4. Double 2. And he finally finds a double. Michael throwing for the match up 10-6. He wins this leg. He is Premier League champ. Starts off with a ton, very steady. He's been steady all day. No reason to think it won't continue. 140 for Gary Anderson. Finally puts a little pressure on Michael's throw. He hadn't really done that to the last leg, and then he blew it on the finish. Oh, Michael, you had to do it to him again. Just when you think Gary Anderson's getting back in the game, Michael Van Gerwen comes back with a maximum. Gary really needs a maximum here. He didn't need a 5, but at least he cleaned it up to get a 125. Michael should be first to a finish. He will be first to a finish. 134, another brilliant cover position for Van Gerwen. He's on 87 after 9 darts. He's going to go 17s. Double 18 for the title. Double 9. Oh, and he missed inside. What can Gary do from 136? Absolutely nothing. 96, Michael. Going to get 2 match darts. Double 4. Again. And he hits it. Michael Van Gerwen with a 106 average is the Premier League champion. Absolute brilliance. The consistency was just unmatched. So many ton 40s and 134s. It's just impossible to play against that. 11-17 on the doubles is absolutely stellar. What can you say? It's hard to imagine someone can average 105 and you feel like they're never even in the game, but that's what it pretty much looked like here, guys. Gary Anderson played pretty well. He had a couple of very ill-timed problems with the doubles, but Michael Van Gerwen just put the pressure on, never let up, and that is why PDC Dart Simulator is proud to announce that Michael Van Gerwen will be the Premier League champion tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this, and have a lot of fun watching the matches tomorrow, because you know I will. So see y'all, guys.